So welcome everybody. Apparently we have just come up. I believe we had a network issue. So only just starting now. We have been talking for the past 10 minutes, but that's okay. We'll start again. So welcome to game 2 of round 6. The Pine River Rapids won last game 9-5 if you weren't tuned in for that. And are now have just taken the lead 1-0. With only one out this inning, they've started off strong with a hit down the middle from Dutton, and now we have Ryan Fritsch at the plate.
Josh Fritsch.
Josh Fritz. There we go. I knew it was one of the Fritches.
All of them do have, Dermot Fritsch and Josh Fritsch both have very long hair.
Long
so
hair. That's how I was remembering it earlier. And for seeing as we haven't introduced, this is Roman. He's joining us today, and he plays for Pine River Rapids.
Yeah, so I'll be joining the commentary team for game 2 of this doubleheader.
So they have brought in one run on an error at shortstop just before, and now have two runners in scoring position at the moment. So we'll see up on the screen Roman McKinnon featuring today's commentary. Awesome little graphic there, thanks to our graphics team. And outside for ball 3. Full count now on Fritsch at the plate. And that ball will be flied high into left field, and at the fence, Oscar Hyde will miss the catch. A bit of a sun issue there, I believe, and the throw will come home and not be in time. But the throw to third will not get there in time either. I believe he slid under the tag. Saw a bit of a messy play there.
Bit of a heads-up base running play there.
Yeah, definitely.
So that'll extend Rapids' lead to 3 now.
Just because of a bit of the sun in the eyes in left field there. Extremely unlucky for Oscar Hyde.
So next up for Rapids is Stephen Greers. He takes a big swing and a miss there for strike 1.
So 2 errors so far this inning have caused all 3 runs. So only one of those 3 have been earned. The other 2 are unearned due to the 2 errors. And another big swing and a miss will be
Foul tip.
Oh, foul tip. Missed that sign. Count of 1 and 2 now.
And that'll be scored as a strikeout, drop strikeout for 2 away now.
So K 2-3 in scorers terms.
So next up for Rapids, the third Fritsch, it's Ryan Fritsch playing third base today. First base, sorry.
First base. That ball will be flied high into center field. Oh, right field, sorry. Oh, nope, second base. Can't see from where I'm sitting. But the catch made by Dylan Sipple will end the top of the first and take us into the bottom with 3 runs for the Pine River Rapids. Sorry, we're having a few technical issues at the moment. One of the cameras is playing up, but
Oh, it's
Ian Lee with a lead-off walk at the plate there.
that'll be a runner on first. So quick base runners to start the bottom of the first for the Cubs.
Yep. Always good to get your lead-off runner on because
Sure is.
always the fastest player in the team. Well, pretty much always. And Oscar Hyde at the plate now.
Draw walks, steal bases.
Exactly.
So for Rapids, we've actually never seen Josh Fritz on the mound before.
Ah.
Actually, last game, Dallas Wakefield, who was pitching, is now catching. So
Yeah,
they've
so
swapped.
that ball will be up through the gap between first and second.
That's a diving Dermot Fritch, unable to stop it. So runners on first and second now.
Yep. And a perfect piece of hitting there by Oscar Hyde. With none out, and to bring up Nicholas Hawkins to the plate. He will foul the first pitch off.
So that'll be strike two. Curveball punches him out. Wow.
Great pitch.
Froze him there.
So is Fritsch, even though you haven't seen him on the mound before, is he a pitcher or is?
I've actually, like I said, I've never seen him pitch. In training, I've never seen him pitch. I thought, it's a bit different.
Yeah, well, Dallas Wakefield did pitch the whole last game, and he had a great game on the mound. Really shut down a lot of the Cubs players. So, see him coming to catch is a big effort for a day like today.
Definitely on a warm day.
Yeah. And Michael Sharp at the plate now for the Cubs. Will ground that one in the gap.
Nope. So the bases are loaded now.
The runners will hold at second and third. Did think they were going to send Lee from third there, but held him up.
So Rapids will really be looking for this ground ball to roll the double play to get out of this. Any bag now will work. So with Josh Fritsch on the mound, like I said, no one, he's never pitched before. He
Gonna be a ground ball up the
it's
middle, like you said.
and it's a
And
safe.
wow. Some quick running there by Zach Calichetto. It's come in for Michael Sharp.
And the Cubs will get the first run on the board with the bases still loaded. So like I was saying, Josh Fritz never pitching before. We've actually had the other Josh Roberts. He pulled his hamstring.
That ball will be flied out into right field and drop into the glove
Of Liam Shear. The runners will not be tagging. So that'll be 2 out now. And the Cubs will need a base hit to bring this.
to bring the runners home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick Day at the plate now, who is our starting pitcher of this game. So we'll see if the pitcher can hit. And take that one high inside for ball one. And a big swing and a miss for strike one. And a big swing and a miss for strike two. And high inside for ball two. Count of 2-2 now. And punched out on the outside pitch.
Able to get out of that one. That was, with only allowing one run, that was pretty impressive there by Josh Fritz.
Yeah, and a great inning by the Rapids on the defense, as well as the Cubs scoring back 1 run, and that will take us into the top of the second, which we'll be right back for.
I love the way you stay away from me. You make me melt. Those nights you used to come and stay with me, but playing in my memory is no such thing. So kind of way you talk, the way you leave your mouth, just can't break you from my thoughts.
So, coming up for Rapids, number 29, the right fielder, Liam Shear.
And he'll take that pitch on the outside for strike one. So the Pine River Rapids lead the ball game at the moment 3-1. with a good first inning by them on the offensive side. He'll take a big swing at that one for strike 2. Down inside for ball 1. He'll ground that one through the gap between second and third to lead off with a single for the Pine River Rapids.
So Liam Shear had a great game last game just before. He drove in a few runs and yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple great quality at-bats last game, I think.
Definitely.
I will get up the stats later, but I do think he had a couple quality at-bats.
And there was a pick-off attempt there, but he was back in safely. So up next for Rapids is the catcher, Dallas Wakefield.
He'll take a big swing and a miss at that one for strike 1.
So how have the Cubs been doing this season?
We've been a bit on and off at the moment. I think we're at two wins, 7 losses, I believe, is our stats at the moment. But doing well on the park. I don't think it's really much to do with gameplay. It's more that the other teams are just getting more runs in. There's no real errors or anything like that. At last game we did have a couple errors which let us go, but big swing and a miss on that one to get the first out of the inning.
So back to the top of the lineup now, and it'll be the shortstop, the young shortstop, number 55, Luke Smith.
And there'll be a back pick there at first, which won't be in time. Great move by Sharp behind the plate. And inside for ball 2-1. Ball 2. And called on the outside edge for strike 1.
So with the in the Cubs team, has there anyone that's really stood out this season?
Look, I think everybody has been having their moments. We've had a grounded up the middle through the gap. Hawkins will glove that one, and the throw won't be in time at third, and Smith will take second.
Really good quality piece of hitting there. So Liam Shear up to second and Luke Smith to second base.
Just went through the glove of Lee at second there, I think. So
Such a close play. Would have been an awesome play, actually.
it would have been, and it might have been a double as well.
Exactly. So up next for Rapids is Dermot Fritz. Dermot Fritz was with the Brisbane Bandits in the 2020 and 21 season, and he was actually the ABL Rookie of the Year. So it was great to
There you go.
bring him to Rapids.
That'll be down in the dirt. for ball 2.
So there's 2 runners in scoring position at the moment for Rapids.
Maybe a called strike 1 on Fritsch at the plate. So Fritsch was actually one of 4 people that had 2 RBIs last game. So Liam Shearer, Stephen Greer, Dermot Fritsch and Luke Smith all had 2 RBIs, which I think really led them to the win in the earlier game today.
Quality hitting as that one falls.
Fly into left field, and that will score 2 runs, and Fritsch will slide into second.
A 2-run double.
Another 2-run RBI. There you
Yes.
go. Just as I was saying that as well.
Makes that 3 on the day. That'll
4
score.
today.
4, yeah.
So yeah, double RBI, a double RBI.
Yeah. So next up for Rapids is Wade Dutton. So he was with the Brisbane Bandits last year in the 2020 to 21 season.
That'd be a great slider for strike 1. So Pine River Rapids getting the early lead here this game.
I think that can, whoa.
Wild pitch there.
So Dermot Fritsch will go up to third base. I think maybe with quite a few teams, getting an early lead is crucial, I think.
Oh, definitely. I mean, last game was a bit of a standout, I think, because the Cubs did get the 4-0 lead at the start of the game, and then
Yes.
Pine River Rapids came back with a great comeback nearing the end of the game. But definitely, I think an early lead is crucial to a team's mental game as well.
And Dermot Fritsch will score on the wild pitch. So that'll extend Rapids' lead to 5 now.
6-0.
Oh,
6-1. Yeah.
yeah.
That's all right. So count of 2-1 now on Dutton at the plate.
Takes
Cold pitch on the outside edge. Or strike 2. That'll fly into shallow center for another single.
I think Rapids actually excels nicely when hitting with 2 strikes. They can have a quality at bat, foul pitches away until they see a good pitch and put it in play.
Yeah, we definitely saw that a lot last game as well. I
Yeah.
think there were lots of at-bats where it was several of the quality at-bats were just continually fouled off, and especially from the Pine River Rapids players. Another wild pitch there will take Dutton to second, though I think that will be counted as a stolen base because he left before that pitch came in. So
Wade Dutton normally does steal quite a few bases, so I think that might have been the intention there.
although the scorers did put that one on a wild pitch, so gonna be in the dirt for ball 2. Just missing on the outside edge there will be ball 3.
3-0 now. That was a very good frame by the Cubs catcher.
Didn't quite get the call on it though, unfortunately.
Just missed. I think it was a borderline pitch as
And that one will get called in that spot. So outside edge is always a very iffy spot. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. And I think it's definitely hard for the umpires
there
to
we go.
differentiate that.
So that was a bit unlucky there. The, Wade Dutton was stealing, but Brad Dutton fouls it off. So it'll move to full count now with a runner on second base.
Time will be called at the plate.
So that'll just be a time. No, the pitch won't count.
And line drive hard out into center right will drop in as Nick Hawkins gets it off the fence, and Dutton will hold at second base as another runner comes in for the Pine River Rapids. That'll bring the score to 7-1.
Wow.
6-run deficit now. They're really opening up that gap, making it harder for the Cubs.
So this has been one of the many one-out hits they have, as time is called now, as the Cubs manager is coming to the mound.
Bit of a chat with Patrick Day out there.
Maybe just, I think, to settle him down, find his rhythm again, and see if he can throw the strikes.
Yeah, definitely. Don't think they'll be taking him off this early in the game, but
Especially if he's a starting pitcher, you know. He can just find his groove again, and then, yeah, he should be good to go. As Josh Fritz, the pitcher for Rapids, will come to the plate.
that ball will be down low for ball 1.
That looked like a very fast pitch coming in there. I don't think if Josh was to make contact, it would be a jam shot and a ground ball, which could have been 2 outs.
And caught on the outside edge there for strike 2.
So Rapids so far have been able to cash in with extra base hits with runners in scoring position. So we'll see if they can do it again. So Brad Dutton will move up to third base there.
That ball will be flied into center field. Sun in the eyes for Nick Hawkins, but he will make the catch, and Dutton will tag and score at home. So a sac fly there will bring in another run for the Pine River Rapids.
So that was a productive at-bat for Josh Fritz. Obviously, like you said, with the sun in their eyes, it is extremely hard. Like, you don't get that with Friday night games, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was a catch earlier out in left field where there was also that sun factor.
Yes,
for
it is.
Oscar Hyde.
Definitely hard for the outfielders, and not so much now, but with the wind as well, it can be difficult. Sunny, windy, not good conditions for outfielders.
High pitch for ball one.
Wow, that was a great pitch there. Just started high and dropped back in. Great pitch.
And a big swing and a miss will end the top of the second and take us into the bottom with a 7-run deficit now. So a lot of coming back to do for the Cubs and a lot of defending to do for the Pine River Rapids. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Sam Hall with the Brisbane Bandits, and when my catcher's not around, I rely on my power nets to help with my training. And the addition of the pads back there really helped me hit my spots. And remember, when you're training, only use power net.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second, where we see the Pine River Rapids leading the ball game 8-1. Dylan Sipple at the plate now for the Cubs. We'll take that first pitch for a ball. And the second pitch again will be inside just for a ball.
So Rapids will have a new pitcher. Dermot Fritch, he throws a bit of sidearm, as that'll be a called strike.
So that was a bit of a quick change around of pitches, like you said.
Isn't
Josh Fritch
Yes,
was on
Josh,
the mound
yes.
earlier, so he's not generally a pitcher, so
not a pitcher that goes deep from what I know is he draws a walk.
must have had to. It's not good to pitch someone long who's not normally a pitcher, I guess. So
No, I think Rapids' approach I think will go short and sharp, I believe.
For most of their pitches, are you saying? Is that?
No, so Dallas, who is actually behind the dish today, obviously he pitched the entire game.
Yeah.
And as time is called. And I think we have another pitcher. His name is Josh Roberts. He's actually injured at the moment after last week's game series against Pine Hills. He pitched on Friday night. He made an amazing catch on.
That ball will be thrown to second and won't be in time at first for the double play. So fielder's choice there at second. We'll get one out for the bottom of the second. And we'll leave one runner on one.
So that double play will still be in order now.
And that'll be ball 1
on the wide pitch there.
with the top of the lineup with Ian Lee at the plate. And that ball will be grounded into the hands of Dermot Fritsch, who will make the out at first for the second out of the inning. That'll leave a runner on 2 with 2 outs and bring up Oscar Hyde to the plate.
Twos everywhere. Runner on second. Inning
Two
number
outs.
2 and 2 out. Let's
Yeah.
see if the Cubs can do something.
And he will line that ball down right field line, and Max Dempsey will score to bring in 1 run for the Cubs in the second, which will bring the score to 8-2.
Just as I said,
Yeah.
they can do something.
Another 2.
Yeah.
And as I said last game, the Cubs are doing very well at the moment with their 2-out rallies. So if they could start one here this early on in the game would be really good for them, especially not to leave it to the last minute.
Exactly, and I think with that quality piece of hit, the Cubs boys in the dugout will be cheering for that. They'll be wanting some more here.
Yeah, it really does set the mood for the team when they can start off a rally like that.
Definitely.
So a count of 1-1 at the plate. And that pitch will be called on the outside to bring it to 1-2.
From what I've noticed so far, there hasn't been many inside pitches called today. I think a lot of them have been on the inside, as that's
An inside pitch.
yeah, that's a ball, yeah.
And down outside to bring it to full count.
So the full count pitch with 2 away in the inning, the runner on first will be in motion. It's our ball, which will send the runner back. So with 2 outs and a full count, the runner's in motion. What will either happen is we'll draw a walk and the runner can just advance, or it'll be a ground ball and they'll try and stop it.
And he will swing and miss at that one, which will end the second and take us into the top of the third with a score of now 8-2 to the Pine River Rapids. So we'll be right back in a short second.
So, up next for Rapids is first baseman Ryan Fruits. And just between innings there, we saw Wade Dutton walk out of the bullpen. So, I believe, walk into the bullpen. So, I believe that Dermot Fritsch is done. So, like I said, short and sharp approach. Oh, that's a called strike on the outside against that lefty.
And that'll be in the dirt for ball 2. And a big swing and a miss on that pitch will be the second strike and bring the count to 2-2.
That was quite a nasty big swing there
Yeah.
from Ryan Fritsch.
And he'll just foul that one off to stay alive in the count.
Just hit it very early on that pitch. Just got a piece of it to keep this battle going.
And down in the dirt will bring the count to full. And a big swing and a miss will shut that down. Now with one out for the Cubs. Great pitch by Patrick Day on the mound, shutting him down with some heat at the plate.
That was a big swing and a miss there. That was I believe that was a crucial out as Liam Shearer steps up to the plate. So, has there been any teams that have been like a really big challenge for Coomera Cubs?
I think most games we've gone into with the same mentality. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter what team the Cubs are playing. They still want to go all out and they want to win every game.
Definitely.
So even if they're playing the top team, it doesn't matter. They're still going to go with the same mentality, and I think that's a really positive thing for them. When we versed Windsor, who won last season of GBL, that ball is popped up on the infield, and it will go in the sun again.
That will hurt the pitcher because having a good first batter to losing it, the shortstop losing it in the sun will be a bit difficult. So Dallas Wakefield coming up to the plate. His second at bat in this game with a runner on first and one away.
Down outside for ball 1.
I think Rapids have had to really sort of work hard. In last week's game, we lost 2. They swept us, but they were both one-run games. The Friday night game, we lost 3-2. Josh Roberts, who isn't pitching in this series, but gave up back-to-back home runs, which I think it changed them. I think,
Changed the game.
Yeah, I think it sort of elevated Pine Hills and, yeah.
Well, like I was saying before, Windsor, when we versed them, they won last season, and the Cubs still went in with the same mentality as they do every game, and ended up splitting the series, taking one win and losing one. But that was a big moment for them, I think, and it showed to them just how important having that mentality was. So ever since then, they've kept that mentality going, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, like you were saying, I think staying with that mentality is showing like a lot of grit from the Division 1 team, and just coming in with an open mind. Doesn't matter if they won or they lost, they're still gonna give it all they got.
And that'll be the 5th strikeout of the game for Patrick Day on the mound.
So the base umpire will be Shane Brown from the Queensland Baseball Umpires Association. As up steps to the plate is shortstop Luke Smith.
And this will be the top of the lineup for the Pine River Rapids. So important to shut the inning down as quick as possible here for the Cubs. And the ground ball into the hands of shortstop will do just that to get the fielder's choice at second base to end the top of the 3rd and take us into the bottom, which we will be right back for.
Bottom of the 3rd here, and up steps Michael Sharp. This season he's been hitting .438, which is very good. So 4 out of 10 have been for
He'll
hits.
line that pitch,
It
which
is
will go over
gone.
the fence.
Wow.
And that'll be his first home run this season, I believe.
That'll boost his average up. So definitely what the Cubs needed here.
And he came very close last game. He did hit a foul ball, which
off,
was
yeah.
very, very close.
That would have been hard to continue hitting. So that was the first batter face for Wade Dutton as he gives up a homer.
On the first pitch as well.
Yeah.
Goodness me. Yeah, so you just mentioned Wade Dutton now in the game. So in replacement of
Dermot Fritsch.
Dermot Fritsch.
Out of room.
Foul that one off for strike 2.
So a leadoff homer will really set the table well here, shaping up this inning, the bottom of the 3rd for the Cubs. If they can get something going, if he can get on base, strikeout.
Big swing and a miss will shut down Welsh at the plate and get the first out of the inning. Riley Ford up to the plate now with the core of the lineup coming up.
This will be a big spot for the Cubs. Like you said, the core of the lineup, and it'll be test what they can show by providing some hits and getting back in this game, as we're still nearly halfway through this one. It's a 7-inning game, so nearly halfway through this one.
And 2 strikes on and 1 out now. And that pitch will be down outside for ball 1. That ball will be grounded into the hands of Dermot at second base. They will make the play at first to get the second out of the inning. And that will be 2 outs and bring up Patrick Day to the plate.
Do you think the Cubs hitting or offense or defense is better? Do you think?
I think there's definitely lots of positives to both. There's lots of players that have very high averages, as you said earlier. Michael Sharp has a 438 average and he just hit a home run, so that'll bring that up. And
Ever so slightly, but...
Yeah. And that ball will be flied into left field, which will be another great hit down that end.
And he'll be stopping at second there.
So that'll be a stand-up single for pitcher Patrick Day.
So there'll be a runner on first now with 2 away for the Cubs. Only trailing by 5 in this one.
So Dylan Sipple at the plate now for the Cubs. We'll
So
take that first pitch outside for strike 1.
So do you think, like you were saying, do you think they, like the offense and the defense, are quite balanced?
Yeah, well, I think we have that fly into center and will drop down and move Patrick Day to second base.
Just missed that one was Stephen Greer. So Stephen Greer is into center field now, following Wade Dutton on the mound. So they can do something here, the Cubs. Got a big spot here. 1 runner in scoring position.
That'll fly into center field to be the 3rd out of the inning. So a chance there for the Cubs to come back, but just unlucky with that piece of hitting straight into the glove of Stephen Greer out there in center field, and will end the 3rd. So we'll be right back in the 4th to see what the offense of Pine Rivers can do.
Not up there, nothing. No. Nope. So take 3.
Welcome back to the top of the fourth, where we see the Pine River Rapids still leading the ball game with only a 5-run deficit now to the Cubs. And Dermot Fritsch at the plate to lead it off. That pitch will be high inside for ball one.
So the lineup at the moment, I think they're quite balanced. Reaching the core of this lineup, Dermot is batting second, so if they can get on here, they can provide something to extend their lead.
Yeah, it's always good to start something off before you get into the core of your lineup, because they're really the strong hitters of the team, so they can certainly score those runners if they're on base.
So Dermot takes that pitch, and it'll be a hitter's count now. I don't think he was going to swing at that one, even if it was straight down the middle, as you don't want to do something wrong with a 3-0 count.
He'll take that one high to put him on first, and to bring up
Wade Dutton.
Wade Dutton. I was going to say Stephen Greer, but it's not. Wade Dutton to the plate. Called on the outside edge there for strike one.
That was one of those pitches where Wade Dutton probably may have sent that over the wall. So it was one of his pitches, as
Likes the outside pitches, hey?
sure does. He does like the low ones. He can hit
Bring
them
'em
well.
up, yeah.
He can gets the power low and then swing for the fences from there.
Down outside for ball two.
So the Cubs will be looking for the double play here, up the middle to stop these base runners.
Dutton will foul that one off for a count of 2-2. So it's certainly interesting that you say that about Dutton and which pitch he likes, because I always find it interesting how everybody likes certain pitches.
Definitely. I think, yeah, it definitely varies from person to person. Yeah, I think it can change from person. Sometimes taller people like the high pitch that they can see. They can hit the ball straight and get on base.
Yeah, so we just saw a bit of an error there at shortstop, running in on that ball. Welsh wasn't able to glove it, and that'll be 2 runners on now for the Pine River Rapids.
Up steps Brad Dutton. We were saying earlier, the brother of Wade Dutton, who is on first base currently. They've
Back to back in the lineup.
yeah, their father Pete Dutton, he's in the dugout currently. They've played so much baseball together. They're a huge baseball family.
That's great to see. That ball will be grounded just foul down the third base line.
In the opening night for Rapids, it was Wade Dutton who actually got the first home run. It wasn't an over-the-wall home run.
In the Parker.
It was in the Parker.
Ah, there you go.
So he really had to hustle it out. Rapids beating Ipswich Musketeers 22-1, I think, as
Oh wow,
that's
what
a
a score.
base hit up the middle. Bases will be loaded for Josh Fritsch.
Tough situation for the Cubs to be in here,
I think
especially with none out.
definitely. I think they'll the pitcher will want Day will want the strikeout here, even if there is a double play. The run may possibly score. So I think, with the manager, and he will be done. So leaves the jam there for the
And
Cubs.
this did occur last game too. We had starting pitcher Oscar Hyde last game come off with loaded bases, and then Kyle Watson came on to relieve, and now we're seeing Patrick Day leaving the mound with loaded bases, and Sam McNeese will be on now to relieve Patrick Day.
So it's a big spot here. If McNee can work out of this jam, so I think the manager will want, if the ball is a comebacker towards him, he'll want to play through home, stop this deficit as score is 8-3.
Yeah, so I do think that the whole infield will be playing in this situation,
Yes.
getting the runner at home.
I think that'll be their main goal or if the pitcher can locate the pitches, they get the strike. Sam McNeese there, as you can see on screen, a relief pitcher. He'll want to attack the zone early and then work away at those corners. Just the inside, like we were talking about, inside hasn't really been helping any pitchers, really, this afternoon in this game. But if he can attack the outside zone and he can get those swing and misses, those weak ground balls, it can really help him. It won't be easy by what means at all. So, but don't you think relief pitchers are built for these spots?
I think so, but it still does not take any of the pressure off, I think, even though
No way.
even though they're meant to come in these scenarios, it's definitely still a lot of pressure.
So Dermot Fritsch on third base, Wade Dutton on second base, and Brad Dutton on first base for Rapids, and up steps Josh Fritsch.
I'll take that first pitch, which will be called on the inside.
And then we were just talking about
the inside pitches, so
might have heard us.
pitch will be inside again, just missing this time.
Doesn't get that call, so I think trying to work it to the right-hander, trying to go to the inside is key.
Pitch will be high for a ball two.
So if you're just joining us, Rapids are leading over the Cubs 8-3, and starting pitcher Patrick Day was just taken out of this game as Sam McNeese comes into relief with the bases loaded.
An account of 2-2 now, so a chance to shut them down and get that first out here.
Yeah, he'll be really wanting this strikeout.
And he'll get a ground ball up the middle instead, which will score not one, but 2 runs.
And he'll be able to, that slide looked like it hurt. So he'll be able to hustle his way up there for a double, which will
extend the score now to 10-0.
something that may frustrate the reliever out there as Stephen Greer comes on to hit.
Definitely not what they wanted to happen there.
Yeah. A couple of innings ago, we were talking about the different RBIs that the Rapids players has got. He was one of them that shone out with 2 RBIs on the game.
Yeah, so this game, Josh Fritsch has actually had 3 RBIs.
Wow,
so
that's two batted in there.
and that ball gets lost in the sun once again. But Dylan Sipple not able to locate that one at second base, and another runner will score.
So there'll be a runner on 2 and 1 now. none away in this inning as Ryan Fritsch comes up yet again. So it is definitely not easy for any infielder, outfielder at the moment. The sun is in their eyes, which it isn't helpful whatsoever.
No, not at all. That ball will be flied up and called out.
So that'll be out. I believe that was into foul territory there. So, oh no, sorry, that was a foul ball. So the count will be 1-2 now. Still sticking it there. He's shaping up. It is about to be a good one.
Big swing and a miss on that one. Will strike out through at the plate and bring up Liam Shearer.
So that high pitch, wow, he struck out on that high pitch. That was a good pitch there. Upsets Liam Shearer.
That ball will be inside. Ball on. Inside again for ball 2.
Good hack.
And a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Now with a count of 2-1.
So just in that, this at bat, those 2 balls, they were the inside pitches. Goes and gets that.
Will catch out in right field there for the second out of the inning.
And the runners will stay put. So I thought that was going to be a base hit, but that was a nice opposite field hit, which resulted in the fly out. So next up for Rapids is Dallas Wakefield. So 2 outs here. And they're allowing a few runs. It would be good with 1 runner in scoring position at the moment if this Sam McNeese to get out of this jam. It would be crucial, I believe.
L1 on that wild pitch there.
So 2 runners in scoring position at the moment, which will make the runners on second and third.
I think that sun is really getting in the way out there. Looks like the pitcher is even getting it in his eyes at the moment.
Yeah, this afternoon sun is quite brutal as it is not helpful. Seeing the ball for the batter is easy. Not so much for the pitcher, as Dallas takes the call on the inside for 3-1.
And that pitch will be flied out into centre right. And
They made their catch. Wow, nice Nice grab there.
Even with the sun in the eyes, a good catch out there by
Yeah, I'll
Dempsey
take it,
in
yeah,
right
I'll take it.
field will shut down the top of the fourth and take us into the bottom, where the Cubs get yet another chance to score some more runs.
When we're born, we're more alike than we are different. Then somewhere along the way, we start to believe the more distant we are from each other, the more different we are. It's only when we venture into the world that we see all we share. Maybe that's the power of flight. Delta isn't flying just to bring us together, but to show we were never that far apart.
We need to start moving again, Australia. Moving as though our lives depend on it. Every one of us needs to target at least 30 minutes of heart rate raising physical activity a day. Because if we don't move it, we'll lose it. Search for
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth here, as Rapids leads the Cubs 11-3. Wade Dutton is on the mound as
Ian Lee steps up to the plate. He'll take that pitch on the outside edge for strike one. And down outside for ball one. And a big fly ball into right center. Sun factor out there at the moment. And it will drop in for a stand-up double for Ian Lee to lead it off.
nice hit there. Not great piece of hitting from Ian Lee to lead off the inning for the Cubs.
So he's the lead off for the Cubs, batting in the one hole. So that'll bring up Oscar Hyde in the two hole to hopefully start something off for the Cubs here. Good opportunity with none out and a runner in scoring position.
As you can see,
And Oscar Hyde will do just that, flying that ball, but it will drop into the hands of
Luke Smith playing, looked more like a second baseman there, but being the left-handed batter, he is shifted over as Dermot Fritsch, the second baseman, is into shallow right field.
So that'll bring up Nick Hawkins to the plate. He will foul that one back for strike one. Still with a runner in scoring position here. And only one out. And down outside for ball one.
Can see to the left of the screen, the top left there, in the shortstop there's a hole, but I was just going to say a nice single through there would have done the job to score the run, as that's a fly out for out number 2.
That'll bring up Jackson Hall to the plate, who's coming into the game for Patrick Day, I believe. Oh no, sorry, Michael Sharp, coming in for Michael Sharp.
He Michael Sharp hit that home run just in that that last inning. It was over the left field fence, which was a nice hit. He actually went, he hit the ball for a home run, but it was foul in the first game.
So this is actually Jackson Hall's first Div 1 appearance at the plate. So he's been told a couple times that he's coming to the game, and he hasn't had that opportunity yet. So he'll fly that one into the infield, and will get a base hit for his first at bat.
Congratulations, wow. That feeling of, look at the smile on his face, the feeling of getting your first hit is just, yeah, it's incredible.
And we hear the crowd having a bit of an applause there. It's a bit of a fluke, I think, but
Yeah.
you know what?
A hit
He'll
is a
take
hit, I
that.
think, yeah.
He'll take that. What a great job. Congratulations, Jackson. So that'll bring up Josh Welsh to the plate now with 2 outs, sorry, and runners on 1 and 3.
I think that was a special moment for the youngster there.
Oh, definitely.
A moment he won't forget. It's a hanging pitch, and it'll be a step and throw to end it. So we head on to the top of the 5th in an 11-3 ball game.
Oh, yes, top of the 5th. All right, we'll be right back after the short break.
Hi, I'm Sam Hall with the Brisbane Bandits, and when my catcher's not around, I rely on my power nets to help with my training. And the addition of the pads back there really helped me hit my spots. And remember, when you're training, only use power net.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, Rapids are leading the home team Cubs 11-3 as Luke Smith steps up to the plate. First pitch will be a strike. So 0-1 here on the Rapids leadoff. That'll be a hardly cut there for strike 2. Hope Michael Sharp is okay. He is behind the dish. So the OT with none away.
And he'll fly that one into deep centre right. Zachary Calicetto on the run.
Off the wall, look at him hustling there. And it'll be a triple for Luke Smith. That'll be his, I believe, his first of the season. He's only 17 and he's got so much left in him. So off the wall, off the batter's eye, I believe there. So a great hustle double.
Definitely.
So next up for Rapids is Dermot Fritsch. He's batting 2-hole now. That'll be a That ball misses on the outside for 1-0. And that one will miss. 2-0 now. Michael Sharp tries to stick it, but it won't work. So the count is 3-0. Dermot Fritsch won't be swinging here. Frozen, or maybe not. I say otherwise. So it'll be a hitter's count here. 3-1 on Dermot Fritsch. Anything that is in the zone, he'll try and give it a ride for a base hit. And he does.
That ball flies into centre. In the sun, Zachary Calicetto will catch that.
So that run will score. Luke Smith scores on the sacrifice fly. So Dermot Fritsch does the minimum. And Rapids' lead now extends to 11 over the Cubs.
9. 9 runs over the Cubs.
That's what I meant, yeah. That one was fouled away for 0-1. So that one misses as well. It'll go to 2-1 on Wade Dutton. He rifles that one into the gap for a base hit. So Wade Dutton becomes a lead-off as he gets another base hit in this one. So runner on first now with none gone in the inning. It'll be Brad Dutton up to the plate.
And that pitch will be flied into centre field.
Going back.
Kelly
Oh, he
Chetto
made
will
the
make
catch.
the catch.
What a catch. Wade Dutton will have to go back, but the second baseman misses it, so he dodges a bullet there. So 1 away now. That looked like it went a long way. If that was down the left or right field line, it would have possibly got out of here for a 2-run shot. So next up for Rapids is Josh Fritz.
That ball will be flied up on the infield
So one pitch.
and drop in. Sun playing a big factor again there.
This has been, I think it has not helped the Cubs at all in this one. The sun, I think it could definitely be a different story if it was overcast. How about you?
Definitely, yeah. So actually, right now, if the Pine River Rapids can score one more run, it will be the end of the ball game. And that play will go to first and be the third out of the inning, so that won't happen. But next inning, if the Cubs don't score any now and the Pine River Rapids are able to get a 10-run lead, that will be the end of the ball game. So really important for the Cubs here to score some more runs to come back.
They leave 2 on now as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Cubs TV, and we've just had an interesting change here. Josh Fritsch, who actually started the game, is coming on here to possibly end it. So I've never seen this before. What about you?
Yeah, I actually have seen this one other game this season, but it's very, very rare. I think this definitely means that they're wanting to shut it down now, because if they're able to not let any runs in here and then get one more next inning, at the next
Yeah.
inning, then it will be the end of the game. So
I think they are banking on no more runs here and Josh to shut them out here, like you said, and score some more runs as that pitch misses too high at the head there for ball one. Popped
foul back.
foul. And that one will dip too low on outside for 2-1 here. So no one on. Here's the lead off as it's a little blooper and he makes the play. So the leadoff man is retired for the first out. It was beautiful hands there at shortstop, Luke Smith.
So this is Sam McNeese at the plate now for the Cubs.
Reliever pitcher, he did quite an excellent job. Only allowing not too many runs. He did a good job to wriggle his way out of the jam. Like I said, only allowing a few runs as Luke Smith makes another play. So 2 outs here. Luke Smith making both of these plays. So up next for Coomera is number 28. That pitch misses inside for a ball. It's a big swing and a miss there. That was a good swing, but failed to put the ball in contact as that one runs straight down the middle. So the 1-2 pitch now. Whoa, and that nearly got him in the head. That was not intentional, obviously, but just lost his release point there.
Yeah.
That one's popped up for the catcher, Dallas Wakefield, and he makes the catch. So the side is retired, 3 up, 3 down, as Josh Fritsch comes back on to go 1, 2, 3. And we'll see you back here for the top of the 6th.
We shall.
When we're born, we are different. Then somewhere along the way, we start to believe the more distant we are from each other, the more different we are. It's only when we venture into the world that we see all we share. Maybe that's the power of flight. Delta isn't flying just to bring us together, but to show we were never that far apart.
We need to start moving again, Australia. Moving as though our lives depend on it. Every one of us needs to target at least 30 minutes of heart rate raising physical activity a day. Because if we don't move it, we'll lose it. Search for
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone.
Uh,
You're watching Cubs TV, and up steps first baseman, number 78 for Rapids, Ryan Fritsch. If you're just joining, it is one of the three brothers playing in this team. There's two sets of brothers, the Duttons and the Fritches. So, bit of some sibling love.
and be a ground to first base for the first out of the inning. So
Good stuff there for the Cubs, managing to get the easy ground out as number 29, Liam Shear, comes up to the plate.
high for ball one. And inside for ball two.
That one misses as well there. So 3-0 on Liam Shear. Looking to throw a strike. And it is. So that's a good comeback there. 3-0. It must be difficult to come back from that.
Yeah, definitely. A 3-0 count is an important spot for a pitcher because obviously they can't.
And it's 3-2. Wow, that was a nice pitch there. Sorry.
You're right. Yeah, so just like this, you see that one pitch allows them to make their full comeback. And he will just miss with that outside pitch.
So Liam Shear draws the walk there. There'll be a runner on first with one away in the inning. So 3-0 is, yeah, from a pitcher's point, it's very difficult to come back, and working 3-2 and even better, coming back and getting a strike there is even better. Speaking of strikes, I think it's always good from a pitcher's point to have your hitter just measure up your stuff. Like, look at the first pitch strikes. It enables you to
get the strikes.
Yeah, get the strikes and get ahead in the count. So that'll be
first pitch strikes are always important, just to set the tone for the at bat.
Yeah,
from a pitcher's perspective.
definitely, and yeah, couldn't agree more. So this is the 0-2 pitch.
He popped up on the infield, but just foul for strike. Oh, to keep the count at 0-2.
That was a bit of a high pitch there, so I think he's sort of protecting well Dallas Wakefield. That one is
Flown into right centre. And the catch will be made.
and he doubles him off. Wow, so
What a play.
that's a nice play there. Bit of not very good base running as they get out of that one.
A great play by Max Dempsey to end the top of the sixth and keeps the Cubs alive as we go into the bottom of the sixth, and we will definitely see a seventh inning now.
We sure will.
So we'll be right back to see the bottom.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Cubs TV, and up to the plate now.
Max Dempsey, who just made the great double play if you weren't here, caught the last or the second out in right field and then made the double play at first.
It was a great throw as well. Caught Liam Shear off guard, but just like that, it was a line out to third baseman Brad Dutton for one away in the inning now.
It's a great play there. It's always a bit iffy on those line drives. Don't know whether they're going to make it over the heads or whether
Definitely, and
they're going to pop up.
yeah, and third base is always labelled the hot corner. You're always catching the line drives or diving to stop those line drives.
Yeah. Two big swing and misses at home there from Ian Lee. And that ball will be high for ball one. That'll be called on the outside corner for strike 3 to sit down the second out.
So 2 away now. Bottom of the 6th. If you weren't here, we were talking about there was a double play, and that forced which will force inning number 7.
A huge hit out into centre right, but into the glove of Shearer out. No, who is it? Is it Shearer out there?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
For the third out of the inning.
So it's a very quick inning. So
yeah, and that will take us into the last inning of the ball game. The
top of the 7th.
All right.
We'll be back soon.
Hi, I'm Sam Hall with the Brisbane Bandits, and when my catcher's not around, I rely on my power nets to help with my training. And the addition of the pads back there really helped me hit my spots. And remember, when you're training, only use power net.
Welcome back to the last inning of the ball game, the top of the 7th, where we see the Pine River Rapids leading 12-3. So they've had an awesome offensive ball game today, obviously with the highest score of 12. Really just been teeing off the Cubs pitchers.
So upsets are number 55, shortstop Luke Smith. He had a very hustle triple rather, in his last at bat. So, like you said, the top of this last inning here, as the Cubs look to storm back and the Rapids look to provide some insurance.
And that ball will be flied out into centre field and caught by Zach Calicetto for the first out of the inning.
So a quick start to the inning there. It was, so next up we have Dermot Fritsch.
And a big swing and a miss will be strike 1 on Fritsch at the plate.
It's interesting how the Cubs pitching has shaped up. This is the second pitcher of the game. You had the starter, and now this reliever. he worked out of a bases loaded jam before, and he is still going through. So it's from a Cubs manager's perspective, it's really important and impressing him. He is impressing. So
Yeah. Well, I think there's two different approaches out on the field today, and that of the Pine Rivers taking the everybody sort of gets a go approach, and
yes,
the Cubs are really saving their arms today, I think. So only a few pitches in each game for the Cubs today.
yeah. Just as we welcomed you guys back, we saw Brad Dutton warming up. As that'll be a base hit.
And with one out and now a runner on one, that will bring up Wade Dutton to the plate.
So Wade Dutton will look to possibly drive in this run or get on base, and the Cubs will look to get this double play, get out of it, and see if they can, provide some spark. That was a nice stretch back from Wade Dutton there. Popped up sky high.
And pitchers sure are athletes as Sam McNeese takes that catch.
Sky high in the sun as well. That's very difficult as number 92, the coach of the team, Brad Dutton, steps up to the plate. Brad Dutton has actually played in America for college, so it's good to see that he's come to Rapids.
And that'll be a line drive into right centre as
Dermot
one
Fritsch
run.
will be scoring all the way from first, which is pretty impressive. So they have that insurance, a lot of insurance actually. So Brad Dutton will go up to second base.
So there'll now be a 10-run deficit between the Cubs and the Pine River Rapids. However, there are 2 outs at the moment, and still a chance for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th to come back.
That was and the relief pitcher unable to make that catch. He was sprinting for that one.
Yeah, definitely wanted to close it out just there.
And I don't blame him with the 2-strike hitting that Rapids has done. It's this game and this series has, yeah. Oh.
That ball will be lined into left field, and the throw will not be in time at third, but great piece of hitting there again.
Definitely. So runners on first and third after that line drive single. That was, like you said, a great piece of hitting, and up steps Steve Greer to the plate.
And he'll fly that one into shallow right.
It'll be...
And that catch will be made to end the top of the 7th.
So they strand 2 runners, but they do add a little bit of insurance as we head to the final half of this inning. It is the bottom of the 7th. We'll see you back here.
When we're born, we're more alike than we are different. Then somewhere along the way, we start to believe the more distant we are from each other, the more different we are. It's only into the world that we see all we share. Maybe that's the power of flight. Delta isn't flying just to bring us together, but to show we were never that far apart.
We need to start moving again, Australia. Moving as though our lives depend on it. Every one of us needs to target at least 30 minutes of heart rate raising physical activity a day. Because if we don't move it, we'll lose it. Search for
Welcome back to Cubs TV. We are in the last half of the inning. We have a new pitcher, Brad Dutton, up to the plate, up to the mound rather, as he takes the ball. So, just want to recap. A lot of two-strike hits for Rapids. They did win the first game 9-5, I believe. And so the 1-1. That's 1-1 there. We had Dallas Wakefield on the mound for Rapids. Sorry, that'll be a base hit. So
Perfect piece of hitting there
Yeah,
by Nick Hawkins to lead it off for the Cubs. And this will bring up Jackson Hall for his second Div 1 at bat.
yes, he in his last at bat, he had a little blooper and a big smile on his face, so,
Yes.
which was great.
We'll take that first pitch for a ball. And called on the outside edge for strike one.
So just recapping there, Dallas Wakefield behind the dish, number 15 you see, he pitched for Rapids in the first game, which they ended up taking, and it looks like he will be catching the whole game as well, which is extremely impressive, as that one is
Foul.
so a runner on first here with none away in the inning. The Cubs will look for another hit to keep the train rolling and hopefully bring it back. Someone misses. Dallas can't find it, and it's at the fence. So the runner will move up to second, as it'll be scored as the wild pitch. What do you think has been your favourite moment in this doubleheader today?
It's been a pretty long day.
Yeah, it
so
sure has.
I do think some highlights were obviously Jackson, who's hitting right now, his first at bat. We had a home run from Michael Sharp last game.
Yes.
Dallas Wakefield pitched the whole game last game as well, which was pretty awesome, as well as him catching this whole game.
Definitely.
So I think that's extremely impressive.
Yes.
And earlier on there was also a diving catch out in left field. So
That was an amazing catch. Yeah.
It was. So yeah, we've had plenty of great baseball out here today, and it's really impressed everybody here, I think.
Yeah,
So
it's good to see so many people down here as well supporting the Cubs.
yeah, and just with that, I'd like to give a big thank you to everybody who came down here today, or everyone watching online at home. We always appreciate everybody who watches. Really makes our whole experience a lot better when we have more people down here watching, and there's great food that the ladies in the canteen are making that you can buy.
Yes.
And a big thank you to all of our media team as well, who work hard behind the scenes to make this beautiful picture on your screens happen.
Not enough praise, I think.
Not enough at all. And far outside for ball 2.
So the Cubs have a runner in scoring position with one away now, as that evens up the count to 2-2. as you can see in the bottom left of your screen, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. That one misses. It is the full count pitch now.
And that one will be fouled off to stay in the count.
Still hanging with it now.
Zachary Calicetto at the plate with a quality at bat. And a runner in scoring position at second. And he will ground that one up the right side.
So it'll be an out, and the runner will advance to third. So 2 away now. So the Coomera Cubs down to their final out in this one. It definitely has been a long day today, the doubleheader, as Friday night's game was washed out due to the rain earlier in the week, which was unfortunate, but more baseball today, which is never disappoints.
Never. And that ball will fly up on the infield, and Dutton will collect that for the final out of the ball game.
So Brad Dutton makes the catch, and Rapids sweep the Cubs.
And that'll be a 9-5 win in the first ball game and a 13-3 win in this ball game. So some great offensive game by the Rapids today, scoring a whole lot of runs and just a lot of hits that the Cubs weren't able to defend, I think.
Yeah. As they shake hands there, it was definitely a good series.
Yeah. And just like to take this moment to thank Roman here and thank all of our sponsors as well for sponsoring. And to anyone looking for a sponsorship deal, please message us through our Facebook. And for everyone watching at home, please subscribe and please like our Facebook page for more exciting news and updates on everything Cubs TV. And we will see you next time for Cubs Baseball.
Thanks, everyone.